Try to pick the easy ones. So first of all, what would this be?
Head.
Yeah. Cylinder head or head. Okay. And this one? Cylinder. Now, actually, this one, you're going to be measuring this with a telescoping gauge and a micrometer. Okay, that's going to be your measurement. The other thing you're going to be measuring is, what's this? Valve. So you're going to measure the valve stem right here. Okay.
In the middle.
Now this is going to be like 3-point-something inches, and this is going to be 0-point-something inches. 3 decimal places to the thousandths, right? The other thing you're going to be measuring on the midterm is your piston. You can measure just right here, the diameter, and that's the 3 measurements. Okay. Then other components here is, what is this? Lifter. Reader cap. Very good. Very good. Push rod, very good.
Water pump.
Very good.
Radiator
Radiator hose.
Fan clutch.
Very good.
Crankshaft.
Very good.
Camshaft. Timing chain.
Yes.
Brand new belt.
All right. That came off your card. Serpentine belt. Or, yeah, let's just call it serpentine belt. Look, this whole thing. This is a V belt. So it looks like a V kind of. This one? Timing belt. That's misleading. Okay, so this is a time belt or tooth belt. Okay, just like you saw on that engine over there, right? Did everybody get to do the cylinder leakage test? Okay, how many people did not get to do that? Okay, how many people did not get to do a vacuum test? With a vacuum gauge? Right, because we didn't have it on some cars. So we're eventually going to want to do that. Or maybe I would suggest YouTube. Look up YouTube for a vacuum test. Basically, if an engine is running normally, okay, it's going to have good compression, right? Piston's going to go down, compress air, valves are closed. It's going to have good compression. A vacuum gauge kind of tests compression, but it's on a running engine, and it sees how much air is actually being pulled in the intake manifold by the piston going down. And if it's being pulled in well by each cylinder, then your vacuum's going to be high. Okay? If there's a compression leak somewhere, then your vacuum might be low. Or if you have one or more cylinders where there's a problem with compression, there's a head gas or something like that, then your vacuum may fluctuate. It may bounce back and forth when it hits those bad cylinders. Okay? So a vacuum test is probably the easiest test to do first. And if you see the gauge bouncing around, then you're like, oh, okay, so there's a problem with compression here. So the next test you do would be a compression test. And then you can see which cylinder or cylinders maybe have low compression. And then pinpoint even closer with the leakage test onto those cylinders that have a lower compression. So that's how you do it. Vacuum, compression, and then leak down.
Oil.
Yeah, oil pump, right? Because this is that oil pickup, the one that has a little screen that gets plugged. Right? Bearing. Okay. This looks to me like a thrust bearing because it has these sides here. Okay.
Rod.
Yeah. So connecting rod. Okay.
Connecting rod or piston?
And hook cap.
Both. Piston rod or connecting rod. So what I'll do is